Ready to Love Season 3, Episode 4. Welcome back to Church First Want to Get Married to. My name is Janice. I feel such sadness for some of these ladies. I just feel so sad for them. Denice, Symone, Alisha. I just feel so sad for these ladies because I don't know how they think they can act the way they act in front of men and expect to attract the men. I don't understand. You know, Denice is hurt and hasn't dealt with her hurt and her pain, and that's probably going to cause her to go home this week, next week, this week. She's absolutely stunning on the outside, but how many of you know that not because it looked good on the outside mean it looks good on the inside, right? Symone, a professional businesswoman, a lawyer who studied law, it has not clicked to her that she also needs to study men, because men and women are different ladies, right? They're not like us. They think differently. They hear differently. They perceive differently. And so we need to act differently when we're trying, in front of them when we're trying to attract. Let me close my blind, guys. Right? Symone acting like she's a little jealous 13-year-old in school while Jay and Joy is talking, and she's going to basically throw him under the bus in front of a woman he's been sitting on the couch talking to for God knows how long, and she thinks that's going to attract him to her. And then she also made the comment that everybody loves Joy. And I'm thinking, okay, maybe you need to figure out why everybody loves Joy. And what is it that Joy knows that you need to learn why every man, all the guys there love her? She's feminine, she's girly, she's ladylike, she's soft, she's not jealous, she's not petty so far. I'm still upset about what she did with David, but you know what I thought about? I thought about she's older. Joy's what, 40? David is younger, but David perhaps came off as like a little brother to her, you know, like a young, you know, a little guy to her. Not someone she would be extremely attractive to because he's younger than her. Because I still can't figure out why she did what she did. So I'm making that excuse for her. And then you have Alisha, who is trying to attract a man with her body because she got a mommy makeover, but the inside is still a mess. See? Because not because you fix the outside means that the surgery you do on the outside is going to happen on the inside. It doesn't mean that. And I see that a lot with a lot of women who have mommy makeover. They still act the same way, but they think because they got their body done, then it's going to change the inside. It's not. Inside is something you have to work on morning, noon, and night. Go to counseling, pray, cry, fast, read your scriptures about. Because it takes work. And for some people, like Denice and Alisha, and even Symone, it's going to take a lot of intensive work to fix them on the inside. And I really feel sadness. You know, I joke around with Alisha. You guys know me. I joke around and all, but you know, I was just thinking how I feel so sorry for her. Like she just comes in the room, waltzing, swinging her behind, and said, "Come in, you want some of the grapes in the bag? Probably the grapes she got from breakfast. You know how they have grapes left over. She got the grapes there in the bag. You want some? And the Cheerios and all the food and all the junk. The junk." And I'm looking at her like, do you really think a man is going to find that attractive? It looks like you're a hoarder, first of all. Your room is untidy. Your bed is untidy. Your bed is a mess. I mean, you got stuff all over the bed. And I know, you had a hotel, but her bed was a total mess. I mean, it didn't even have a space for her to sleep. She probably slept just on top of the clothes. I don't know. And I'm watching and I'm like, does she really think A man is going to find this attractive. See, ladies, when it comes to men, we have to show them why they need us in their lives, right? We know why we need them. We need them to protect, provide, profess. And as long as they can do that now, but we need to show them what is it that we can do to make their lives better. See, Jay and Joy was sitting on the couch, and I could tell he felt so comfortable and at home and at peace. And here come Big Mouth Smile. Well, I saw you going to Winter's room last night with no shirt on. And he's looking at her like, and it baffles me, especially for Symone, because she's a businesswoman who has studied law. And so perhaps it has not clicked yet that you also need to study men. Ladies, you need to study men. You need to understand men. They're not like us. And I thank God for my father. Where's my book? I thank God for my dad who pulled me to the side. My father and faith, Pastor Bradshaw, who pulled me to the side and talked to me. You know, even with my college sweetheart, I was writing that story the other day. He said, you need to break up with him because you love him more than he loves you. And a woman is to never love a man more than he loves her. Now, to the unwise ear, it sounds stupid, but scripturally, he's correct. Why? Because a man is to love his wife enough to die for her. And a lot of you ladies with your boyfriends and baby daddies, maybe he hasn't married you yet because he don't want to die for you. You know, he said, don't let anybody come. You can cook. You can cook the island food. Everybody know you can cook. They love you. The guy's going to want to come over to your house. And so when one guy called Mr. I'm hungry and said I said, he probably asked, what was you doing? I probably said I made dinner or something because, you know, you cook Saturday, it was early Sunday for church. And he said, I'm hungry. I knew exactly what he was talking about because my dad had already told me. See, the other woman was saying, I'll come over, honey. I'm making some mac and cheese. But to the trained mind and ear, I knew exactly what he was saying. And I was on the phone laughing like you ain't coming to my house. Because they're different. They're not like us. Ladies, when we're together, we can be loud, scratch, put our foot up, and all. When you're in the presence of a gentleman that you're trying to attract, you can't act like that because you come off as one of the guys. Can you remember last season with Ashima? What did they say? Oh, she's like a homegirl. You can't be the homegirl to the guys you're trying to attract. And I don't know if anybody else feels, and I hate to say this. I'm about to say something. I want you to know I don't like to say this, and I don't really say it. I can remember the one or two times. This is going to be the second time I'm saying this because I don't like to say this, but I really can understand why some of these women, especially Symone, does not have a husband. And I'm saying her because she's a professional woman, so she meets a lot of men. I would assume professional men, right? I don't know what kind of lawyer she is. You know, I got married. I met my husband when I was 34, but I'm writing my dating book right now. And, you know, I dated a lot in my mid to upper 20s. And when I was 28, I kind of stopped because, you know, I was like, you know what? I'm just not going to go out with guys anymore just to go out with guys. By now, by 28, 29, I know exactly what I want. I can tell from the first time I speak to a man that I'm not interested in, so I'm not going to go out. And so I stopped dating. I stopped going out with guys. I might go one place here with somebody from the church or something for breakfast or something. But dating, really, I stopped because I was like, I'm not meeting the type of guys I know I like. What I didn't know is I was also not placing myself in the environment of the type of guys I liked. And the day I did it, I met my husband. Okay. So for Symone, I'm looking at her as a professional woman. Like, does she not know these things? Alisha, she's a hood girl, so she might not know. She's doing what she typically does to the hood guys, and come on in, have some grapes out the bag that I stole from the breakfast. And Denice has a chip on her shoulder like somebody owes her something. But she's really hurt, and she needs to really sit down and watch this. I'm ready for Denice to go. And then last week I was ready for Alisha to go, but I can stand Alisha one more week. I'm ready for Symone to go. I never thought I would say this, but she's really getting on my nerves because I don't know how a grown how old is she? 40, let's say 40, okay? After 35, you're 40 years old, okay? I don't understand how a grown 40-year-old woman can do what she did while Jay and Joy is sitting on the couch and she gonna come and blurt out, I saw you going in Winter's room with no shirt on. I don't understand how a mature woman can think that's okay. To them, you're embarrassing him, but you're trying to attract. I don't understand. So I'm ready for Symone to go. I'm ready for Denice to go. I'm ready for Symone to go. I can deal with Alisha one more week to get rid of Symone. And I never thought I would say that, but I'm saying it. Because it's unbelievable what Symone did. It's unbelievable. I feel such sadness. And I'm just wondering, have they not read a book? You have not picked up one book to read on dating and marriage and nothing. You haven't read a book. Did you read the rules? I remember getting the rules when I was a teenager. I don't remember who gave them to me, and I still have my old copies in my. I don't think I read it. I think I flipped through it, but I got the new version just to support because they're a Christian, a group of Christian women. So I like to support my brothers and sisters in the Lord. But you never read the rules? Me and I'm older than Symone, and I remember getting the rules in high school. That's probably why, I didn't make any more mess of my life. Now, thinking back, I flipped through some of them. But you never picked up a book to read, Symone. I don't understand it. And Denice being aggressive and jealous of Khalif talking to Adriana. And I'm like, are you crazy? You are here to date, mix, and mingle. And you're mad that he's talking to somebody else, which is something you need to be doing because he's the only one that likes you. Nobody else does. And the moment he don't like you anymore, Denice, you're going home. So while you're here putting all your cards in on Khalif, he's mixing and mingling and talking to other women who will speak up for him. And as soon as he say he's not interested anymore, you're going home. But what Denice does is what a lot of women do. You meet one man and you put all your cards in on him. You bet on him. And you don't know anything about him. So I'm ready for Denice to go. I'm tired of her. And I'm ready for Symone. Symone is just a disappointment to me. As a professional woman. Professional. Excuse me. I could even make an excuse for Alisha and Denice. But Symone is a professional woman. And a professional woman, a lawyer, there are certain ways you need to act and behave. When you go before a judge to present your case, there are rules and regulations. So I don't know how it hasn't clicked for her that there's also rules and regulation when it comes to men. I'm disappointed, and I'm really hurt for these three women, and I don't know if I'm the only one, but let me know in the comments if you feel. I just feel a sadness. I feel a sadness for my sisters. I really do, because that probably is why a lot of women are not meeting the man. You meet them and then they don't talk to you no more. But anyways, I love you. I have to run. Let me know what you guys think. Bye. Have a good day, guys. Bye.